In this video, we are going to build and deploy an app using Lovable, but we're going to do it in a different way than anything that I think you've ever seen before. We're not going to use Lovable Cloud. We're not going to use Supabase. We're going to use something else that makes it really easy to hook up a backend, and it makes it so you are not going to be locked into Lovable. So when you use Lovable Cloud, it is convenient, but you're locked in. So I'm going to show you how to do this and turn a static website that we create on Lovable into something with authentication and a backend super easily. You're going to want to stick around because this is going to be fun. So we're going to get started by sending off a prompt that I want to build a landing page for a waitlist for a really, really cool product. Don't make it functional to start. So the idea is just to create something simple, and I'm going to show you how we're going to easily add this backend, and it's going to be really cool to add the backend and deploy it. But first, it's going to generate 3 distinct design directions for our waitlist landing page. Then we're going to pick one to build. So let's see what Lovable generates here. So we've got 3 options. I like option 2, so I'm going to select that one. So we have our landing page here. It actually looks really cool. I like that it created these images. We have our waitlist, but the one thing that we don't have is Lovable Cloud. We have not set up Lovable Cloud yet. So I'm not going to enable it. I'm going to show you what we're going to do instead. So we're not using Lovable Cloud. All right, so we have our page. Now, instead of connecting Lovable Cloud, which we could do to have that backend, or we could connect Supabase if you wanted to get more technical, there's other things that we could do, connect Supabase directly. We are going to use today's video sponsor, Instapods. Instapods takes an app that you build, whether it's with Lovable, Claude Code, Codex, or any AI app builder, and it gets it online with a real URL, a real backend database in one click. No need for VPS, no technical things like Docker or SSL setup. And most importantly, you're not locked in. So you're not going to be locked in to Lovable if you're building with Lovable. So it's going to make it really easy to, in one click, add your own URL, add your own backend database. And most importantly, in my opinion, is you won't be locked in to Lovable. You're going to have your own backend and user authentication. And you won't get any surprise bills. It is a flat $3 a month. It doesn't replace the builder like Lovable. It complements it as the host and deploy layer. I'm going to show you how this actually works. Here we are inside of Instapods, and they have some cool features as well. You can actually build AI apps inside of their browser by bringing your own Claude account, for example, or Codex account. But what we are going to do is deploy from GitHub. So we go to the pods page on the top right. We're going to switch to GitHub, and I'm going to show you how to do this in Lovable. And this is going to make it so that we're not locked into Lovable's backend. So back in Lovable, we're going to go to the bottom left. We're going to click GitHub, and then you're going to connect to your GitHub. And now we are going to have a repository connection. So every time now we make a change in Lovable, it's going to push to GitHub, which is great. Then in GitHub, I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go down and change the visibility to public. Now, we could connect our GitHub account to Instapods so that you could keep it private. But in this case, I'm just going to show you how you can easily update your repository to public, and then it'll be as simple as adding a URL. Now that it's public, we're just going to copy the URL. In Instapod, we're going to paste in our GitHub repository. It's checking. It says it detected Node.js, so it's setting up the Node.js pod here. And we're going to go ahead and click continue. So we have a pod name, it's choosing the region, and then I'm going to go with Bill, but you could choose $3 a month just for getting started with prototypes. That's actually probably all I need. So let's do $3 a month here. But as you can see, it scales up if you need more. Now it's connected and it is deploying. This is really cool. So now that it's deployed, we have an always-on URL with a real server. So the app is no longer locked into Lovable for deployment. And if we upgrade to the build or hire plan, then we get a database that we can add to Lovable and fully come out of the Lovable ecosystem and use Lovable as the front-end designer, but then connect to Instapods for the back-end as well. You can also connect custom domains, which is really cool, all through Instapod. Back in Lovable, I'm going to show you how we can add features here to Lovable and how it all connects to GitHub. So I think this is a really cool flow that you should be aware of how it works. So it built this out. If we scroll down, we can see there's an FAQ section that was added. But what I really want to show you here is that this also made the change to GitHub. So right here, we can see Lovable DevBot added the FAQ accordion, and that was pushed to GitHub, which is really cool. So now everything that we're doing on Lovable is going to be pushed to GitHub, which means that we also could take this code and connect it to like our own codecs, our own Claude code on our own computer, and push to the same repository. And those pushes are going to get pushed to Lovable as well. So you can kind of start using Lovable just like as your builder, but you're not locked into the ecosystem. If you made it this far, you now know how to build with a tool like Lovable, but not be locked into its ecosystem. And this is a fundamental skill and knowledge that I think is really important when you're using AI app builders and just as you continue your journey of learning how to build with AI tools, is if you can learn how to connect to something like GitHub and then connect to alternative backends, this is giving you the power to use whatever service that you want. And in some cases, it might make sense to stick with the Lovable Cloud and Lovable backend, but in other cases, you're going to want to go with other solutions. And learning how to connect to GitHub, how that works with, when you make changes on Lovable, it's pushing to GitHub, I think is a really valuable skill and something that you should be aware of. So thank you for watching this video. Click the link in the description to go to Instapods and create your own backend for Lovable. And there's also other features of Instapods that you can check out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more free content like this, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.